know, it's always wonderful to be where Malcolm Beck is, to learn from the master, a gentleman who has spent his life doing work that no one else has done. You hear things from Malcolm that you will not hear anywhere else, so it's good to sit at the foot of the master and learn from him.
I didn't tell John to say it, but he did pay him.
Does anybody disagree? It wasn't me. And another thing is, in order to get organics in many other places, in every nursery and garden center, the way to do that is, when I started out, we made products. I had a blender for smoothies and I had a blender for the bugs. And we wanted to kind of find a disease for that particular insect. We'd blend them up and grow them out a little bit and then spray, hoping that one of them was sick enough to kill the rest of them. Well, we don't have to do that anymore. This is the reason that organics have jumped forward now, because there are products. A lot of folks, probably your neighbors and folks you know, don't have time or an extra blender. And so they can go to any garden center and buy an organic product that works perfectly well. And so the way to do this, to get more out there, is to go into these places, and if they don't have it, you turn around and leave. You say, thank you, I'm going to go look where they have organics. After a few times, you're voting with your dollars, is what you're doing. So you go into these different nurseries and you ask for these things. Now stay out of Death Valley. You don't have to go into the chemical department in order to shop. Matter of fact, I've been teaching nurseries all around the country at some of the big conventions, and this is that you can be successful. Our store in Austin does not depend on chemicals. I've been open for near 25 years, started out as Gardenville and grew into my business as Malcolm taught me to do. And so I didn't have a chemical. And we have a tremendous business. We have a store that people come from all around the country to come visit and want to see the grounds, the butterfly gardens, the vegetable gardens, the herb gardens, our fruit tree orchard, our grapes, all of them grown organically. And so this is something that is, I think, really important, that it works very well, that the products are out there, and they do a better job than the chemicals. Texas A&M has proven that, even though they continue to promote them. They know that organics is superior to the chemicals. So you vote with your dollars, go to these nurseries, ask for these products, and this is how we will together make a change.
Death Valley, is that a particular box store?
I think it's big and orange.
That's that little row you walk down, that's Death Valley.
Yes, absolutely.
And what you normally do when you get there is, you take a deep breath and you run through there.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I remember when we had a program in a certain chain nursery that is no longer around here, and everybody left with the worst headaches and things, sitting there breathing those fumes. You just don't have to do that. And we do, fortunately, I'm happy to say, and I won't point around the audience, but we do have people working, I guess, sort of as undercover agents in some of these places we talk about that do funnel people out of there and down to the right places to get these things. I want to thank our panelists very much. Some of them have come a considerable distance to do this today. And I certainly want to thank all of you guys for coming out and supporting this. This is certainly, I don't know, this is my idea of what a, quote, home and garden show should be. And I just laugh at all these poor people that go down and pay more money to park downtown to see nothing than you pay for the whole deal out here, at least to get in. Of course, I think the Festival of Flowers is kind of like people compare our nursery to the botanical gardens, and I tell them the difference in us and the botanical gardens. Down there you pay to get in, at our place you pay to get out. And it's just sort of the way here. We got you both ways. You paid a little bit to get in, but most of y'all probably paid a whole lot to get out. But remember the people that you see here. You're going to see fine ladybug products. When you see those, Mr. John Rockwool and his folks are the ones that are putting those together. When you see Bruce is doing a lot more things, and we're going to see some more things with his name and his company on them. You'll have some more organics available. When you see that little magazine, newsletter, newspaper combination called Homegrown, now you know the lady who puts it together. Support her advertisers, just as John was saying, support the people that offer organics. Support her advertisers, support her efforts, and you'll just see more and better things all the time. Malcolm Beck, you know, Malcolm is no longer directly associated with Gardenville, but they still have a lot of great things. But support Malcolm by buying his books. If you want some good reading, I read my first copy of Lessons in Nature sitting on a tractor, you know, while I was plowing. Since that time, he's taught me not to plow anymore, and I park the tractor for the most part. But I still get that original book out and read it every now and then. But if you don't have a copy of the Bug Book on your shelves, if you don't have a copy of Texas Organic Vegetable Gardening, if you don't own a copy of The Secret Life of Compost, the list goes on, including the newly expanded Lessons in Nature. You really ought to have them, and you're supporting a great, great man. In Medina, what can I say? The best is yet to come. We're seeing great fertilizers. We're seeing Medina package a lot of quality products like orange oil and molasses and other things beyond what they make themselves. And watch for their new microbial activator products. They're going to make a big difference. I'm not going to tell you to use less fertilizer because you use some of them, but I'm going to tell you you're going to get a whole lot more bang for your buck. And your fertilizer is going to work a whole lot better, and as a result, your plants are going to grow better. You're going to use less water. You're just going to be happier with everything that goes on. Say thanks to everybody on the way out. If you appreciate the festival.
Let me say something.
Yes.
We never talk about Bob. Got the nicest nursery in this city. Probably spreads, if there's a guru in this town that keeps all of us straight, it's Bob Webster. And sometimes we won't get a chance to thank him. So I think we ought to do that.
Thank all of y'all who voted in the Current to name us the best nursery in San Antonio. We're very, very proud of that. But above all, we certainly appreciate you coming out today. Stop and visit. There may be some sales going on by the time you get out to the floor out here. And let's do it again next year.
Only one of us talking about